Backlash coming up on Saturday in St. Louis on May 10th. I always look forward to Backlash, and we have another pretty good card on tap for Saturday's show. And I can circle back around to the chat stuff a little bit later on if you guys have other stuff to say about the releases towards the end of the episode. But I do want to talk Backlash here with the limited time that we do have left with Mr. Marceau. A match just added on Monday's Raw was Dominic Mysterio and Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. They actually just did this match on Raw in the post-WrestleMania Raw, so I'm kind of surprised they're running it back. I think Dominic retains. I know he just won the belt, but it also does make me question, why would they do this match again unless Penta wins this time? Like, could Penta win the belt with an inadvertent assist from Finn Balor? And Liv's not around right now, so she can't really help kind of prevent that from happening. I don't know if Finn cost him the championship on purpose, but I'm going to go Dominic here, but I could see a scenario where Penta may walk away with the championship and they give Dominic a short run. What do you think happens here, Mr. Marceau?
I think Dominic retains. He just won the belt. He's super over heel. People cheer him. I don't know. I feel like he's super over regardless of what you want to categorize it as. I think it'd be kind of I think it's too soon to just take the belt right off him. Kind of had those goosebumps on Raw when Jay was facing Seth and he hit him with like everything besides the bazooka and Seth kicked out. I'm like, here we fucking go. Jay's gonna lose the belt already. I think similar to Dom, I just feel like it's too early. Like I said, they did just do the match, so I'm not really sure why they're running it back again. Dom won last time. Like you said, I guess you have a feeling that Penta might win, but I mean, I feel like you hold off Dom and Finn till SummerSlam. So I think Dom should win.
Okay, yeah, you could hold off on that match till SummerSlam if you wanted to. Yeah, that would make sense. Real quickly, what were your thoughts on Jay and Seth from Raw? I thought that match was amazing for the World Heavyweight title. Like, great main event.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the chef's kiss. The match was probably Jay's best singles match I've ever. I'd probably say Jay's best single match so far. Besides probably the ones with Roman, obviously those ones are great. But I mean, I thought it was great. Crowd was lapping the shit up. I mean, obviously helps when they got like Heyman, who got a horrible tan by the way. Yeah, it looked awful. But you got him involved, obviously with Braun and the near fall, Sammy coming out. Punk coming out. I mean, I thought their back and forth were good. The two counts were great. The near falls. I thought it was great. I'm glad Jay kept the belt. Don't know why they didn't do the Logan Paul thing on TV. Like Triple H, like you always gotta be watching. Like I can't watch it if it's not on TV, you dickhead. Like they post the Logan Paul thing. He's like, that's why you stay tuned the whole show. I'm like, I couldn't see it anyways. It's going up there. Yeah. So I think they love doing like the whole like put it on Twitter. Like I do get that, but like someone like my dad who only watches the TV shows, like he would never see that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't even know that happened.
Nearsighted.
I didn't know that happened until Tuesday, so I kind of forgot it. I did not see that until well after the fact. But no, I thought that was, at least they're continuing that. But the main event was great. They did have me thinking there for a second Jay was going to lose. I mean, especially after he hit him with everything in the kitchen sink, everything in his arsenal, and
besides the bazooka, the spear, the splash. When he hit the spear splash too, I almost fell out of my bed.
Yeah,
I was like, "There's no fucking chance he's losing this." And then he hit him with a stop. I'm like, "Dude, please no."
And that was after the Sami Zayn interference. I thought, "Oh fuck!" Like Sami Zayn got thwarted at ringside. I think this is it for the run. I think this might be, and there might be people. They might be putting the belt back on Rollins a lot sooner than I thought. And then Punk came out, no bell ring. So like, I think they'll go back to this match down the road, but it was a great main event. They need more of that stuff more often. I think the crowd was really into it. Had me on the edge of my seat thinking, fuck, Jay might actually lose. Like, and it's only been 2 weeks. I could totally see it, but no, that was great. Fatal 4-way for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. We got a great 4-way at Mania for that IC title. I think this will also be very, very good. I'm liking the stacked U.S. title scene on SmackDown right now. That's not even including Solo Sikoa, who has been kind of lurking in the background and teasing tension with Jacob. Again, another one. Does Jacob's run end at a month, or does he retain here against 3 top talents?
I think he retains. I'd be stunned if he lost his belt already.
Yeah.
Even with Solo in the wings, I think he keep the belt on Jacob for now.
Yeah, I think so as well. Maria did mention just real quickly about what you were talking about with Jay and Seth, that Heyman cut one of his best promos on Raw. He fucking did. I feared for the man's life I mean, he was going off. He was, as the kids say nowadays, crashing out on on Jey Uso at the beginning of the show. That was amazing. But between the
That's
tan,
when you can tell like how bad his tan was. He was
yeah,
going fucking bananas. But I'm like, his face looks like a burger that he left like flipped on the wrong, like on the one side too long, and then the back of his head was like the other side, like the raw part. It looked like, and Molly came in, she's like, does he not know he looks terrible? Like that tan looks horrific. I'm like, yeah, that's bad. But no, it was a great promo. But he almost like gave himself a cardiac arrest.
yeah, no, great promo. Almost went into the cardiac arrest. Him and Braun Breaker got to lay off the fucking self tanner. It's ridiculous. Him and Braun Breaker both, they look just wild at this point. So that's a problem there for sure. No, Johnny, I do not want to see Braun Strowman versus Nick Gage in GCW. That sounds fucking terrible, but maybe it'll make money in GCW, so who knows. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I'm looking forward to this one. I know you are as well. I got to give props here. We talked about it last week. The last two segments involving these women, really the last three, dating back to the Raw after Mania, have been great. And I thought Monday's Raw was good. Props to Lyra, man. She is getting more over. She's becoming more confident on the mic, and she's gotten the better of Becky 2 weeks in a row. But I think the win here goes to our favorite, Becky Balea, new champion being crowned here, new Women's Intercontinental Champion, provided with the asterisk that Lyra gets it back from Becky down the road, the same way that Becky was kind of NXT Women's Champion for like 6 weeks. Hopefully we could see something similar here. Maybe a little bit longer than that with Becky as champ. But I do think the win goes to Becky. Been digging the feud. Looking forward to this match. What about you?
Great feud so far. I got Balea, obviously. She's not putting Lyra over. Come on, what do I look like? Definitely, I got Becky winning here. I mean, we call her Becky Balea at this point, but I mean, the fucking layup she's been handing Lyra to help get her over have been unreal heel work. She is laying up Lyra. Like you said, she might not be comfortable or wasn't comfortable. She's laying her up to get babyface reaction. She's fucking... These back and forths have been probably the best I've seen between a heel and babyface in a while. Like, Becky's being a real heel, and she's just laying up Lyra for babyface reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra's, like, obviously hitting her cues and hitting the spots, but, I mean, I think that's also helped Lyra a ton. Obviously, we said that the caveat is down the line, she puts Lyra over again. I think she's really helped, the last 3 weeks has really helped Lyra's popularity in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think either lose this belt or like lose a title match or something. It doesn't have to be this specific title because maybe they see Lyra in a different light, but maybe Becky puts her over in another title match. But
Yep.
I think it's been great work. It's definitely helped Lyra get over. You can feel it and you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But Balea needs the belt. I mean, Becky Balea belt. Becky IC champ. It is what it is. Put the belt on Balea.
I agree. Shout out to Daniel for coming up with that great nickname. He also said Becky is setting up Lyra in a way that Charlotte did not for Tiffany. That's an interesting point. Do you agree with that?
I agree, but I also think that there is a personal life connection between Lyra and Becky because they're both Irish. Seems like they have a good friendship out of the ring, so I think she's laying her up. She said in her post-WrestleMania thing she sees her as the future.
Yeah.
I think that was from the heart and a real, genuine thought.
Yeah.
So I think she's, like you said, she will win the belt here, but I would be extremely, extremely surprised if she did not put her over going out or like down the... She has to put her over. I mean, I would be... Yeah. I would be stunned if she didn't, because I think there is a genuine connection. She's helping her get over as a babyface here, and I think down the line when she's maybe wrapping up her career, she'll put Lyra over to be like she said, she sees her as the future. I think she puts her over here eventually down the line, but she needs to win the belt.
Yeah, no, I agree. And not only that, but, Lyra is delivering. Like, it would be one thing if Becky was trying to put her over and she was doing everything in her power to put this woman over, but Lyra wasn't connecting or she wasn't delivering the goods or whatever, but she is. I mean, her promos have been really good. Into Alexis's point in the chat, Lyra is slaying on the mic right now. You love to see it, and this is exactly what the women's division needs. I completely agree. Do you think Bayley interferes? Fernando asked. Bayley interfering, costing Becky the match? I think it's too soon for that. You could do Becky and Bayley for the belt, but I don't think Bayley returns here to cost Becky. I feel like Lyra's win would not mean much if Becky just loses out of the gate for this women's IC title. She's got to win it on Saturday.
Yeah, I think Becky needs to win it here.
Yeah.
I think you can have her obviously face Bayley, but I think Becky should win clean here. any kind of Bailey involvement, that's too soon for now.
Yeah, and Mike has said maybe Becky, Bailey, and Lyra at SummerSlam for the IC title, and SummerSlam because they're charging people $40,000 for tickets, which is crazy. Yeah, we talked about that before. The match I'm most looking forward to this weekend, Pat McAfee and Gunther. I mean, again, people poo-pooed on it, and I get it. People don't want to see Pat McAfee in the ring, but listen, we said here last week why we were in favor of this match. I put up the clip here on the channel about it. And then they went out on Monday this week, and we talked about the main event and how great that was. These two went out there on Raw this week and had a great fucking talking segment. This was excellent, dude. This got me hyped even more for the match than I already was. People underestimate Pat McAfee. He might go out there and have a terrible match. I mean, this is not the same Pat McAfee of 5 years ago against Adam Cole. But I have faith that Gunther can make this work as well. People love Pat. Gunther got great heat. That promo on Monday from both guys, not even just Gunther, not even just Pat, both guys had a great segment on Monday. Obviously, Gunther's got to win. Pat McAfee winning would be fucking awful, obviously. But I think this is great stuff, and I'm looking forward to the match. So Gunther wins LOL, right?
Gunther wins LOL. Pat gets a few shine spots, a few hope spots, but I would say Gunther's in control majority of the time. Maybe he's playing with his food a little too much. Pat, like I said, gets a couple shines or a couple hope spots, and then Gunther just puts him to sleep.
Yeah, squash, I agree, Fernando, but make it a glorified squash. It should not be over in 60 seconds. Probably, I would give it 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes might even be a little too much. But yeah, like you said, Gunther playing with his food a little bit too much. That's probably the route they should go with here. And then last but not least, or actually Daniel also said Gunther, I hope Gunther does Pat worse than he did Big Jim Uso in that beatdown a couple weeks ago. I don't wish ill on Pat at all, but Gunther's got to, give this guy a new one when he beats him up on Saturday. But anyway, last but not least, John Cena and Randy Orton for the Undisputed WWE Championship. What can you say about this one? The history speaks for itself. Cena retains, but how does he retain, Mr. Marceau? Is it by pinfall, or is it by the way that everyone's talking about? John Cena pulls an Orton from No Way Out '08 and gets himself intentionally DQ'd by hitting the ref, and that's how he go off the air, which would be fucking terrible, by the way. Just want to mention that out of the gate.
I just have a real bad feeling about this match. I don't know why. It's just I just don't want. I don't think the match is gonna be that good.
Okay.
And I think the finish is gonna be even worse. I don't know. After Mania and the whole Cena thing, I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about this at all. I think Cena will retain the belt. I don't know if that means, like you said, getting disqualified. But I feel like it's going to be a solid show overall, and everyone's going to be talking about how bad the finish is. And yeah, I mean, I think Cena will have the belt leaving Backlash. I fear for the finish. Like I said, my stomach hurts right now just thinking about it. And we'll be talking about this next week about how bad the finish was and what are they doing. And
yeah.
The people say it's John Cena ruining wrestling, but it's, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to ruin wrestling. No, he's going to ruin the fucking show and make it unwatchable. I mean, come on. Let's not be dumb here and be like, oh, yeah, it's great storytelling. He said he was going to ruin storytelling, and or he was going to ruin, yeah, that too, but he was going to ruin wrestling, and that's why they're doing it. Bro, I don't want a fucking year of terrible pay-per-view finishes. That would be awful. And I said this on Twitter the other day, but if they're promoting this as one final time and then they run it back, it's Saturday night's main event 2 weeks later, I mean, what a fucking joke. No thanks. One and done is fine. I like the feud. I like the fact that we're even doing it. I'm glad we're getting it. I think nostalgia will sell people on the match, and the crowd will be hot for Orton, but I do worry about the finish. Do we see Travis Scott again, Mr. Marceau, work in St. Louis for Backlash? Or even do we see R-Truth get involved, who's been involved in the story recently on SmackDown?
I hope not, and just like I said, I just have a feeling the finish is going to be really bad, and that's all we're going to talk about. Like you said, I get the whole ruin. Like, you can do the ruin wrestling thing. It's like, hey, I'm beating all your favorites.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to do. Like, hey, I beat Cody, I beat Orton, he beats Punk. Like, he beats all the fans' favorites. Like, okay, that maybe beats Jey Uso. I highly doubt we get that far, but
yeah,
that's ruining wrestling. Like, you're ruining the fans' experience because you're beating all their favorites. It's such a heel, haha, I beat all your favorites, now you hate wrestling because all your favorites aren't good and I beat them all.
Mm-hmm.
But, just shitty finishes, if that's what we're getting, like you said, that's him ruining wrestling, just retaining with shitty finishes, no thank you. We got a lot of bad finishes when Roman Reigns was champion. Obviously, people overlooked it, but, at least with Roman Reigns, Cena at this point, I feel like he's very polarizing. His heel run's been terrible. And I don't think I don't think bad finishes are gonna help it. I think it's more like I'm not gonna watch than I hate you. Like I'm hopeful that it's like I said. I'm hopeful it's not like that, but my stomach's telling me it's gonna be a bad finish, and that's what we're gonna be. I'll be texting you Saturday night, being what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I know, seriously. And don't forget the cartoonish promos on Raw and SmackDown that he's been cutting as well.
Oh my god, they're so bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
This guy's an actor.
It's not like
honestly.
bad, like he's a heel. It's just bad. He was not a good actor to begin with. It's just they're just so cheesy, fake. It's like it's like what you think a heel like whiny. Like it's like I said, once he started doing the whiny promos, I've been out.
That about that. I know that was your favorite. Johnny, this popped me in the chat. He said, last in a lifetime match at Saturday Night Main Event. Hey, like we can get it twice in a lifetime with The Rock, then we can get last in a lifetime with Orton and Cena at Saturday Night's Main Event. Hey, no thanks. Just end it on Saturday. We don't need to go on from this with a fucking DQ to close the show. People are like, oh yeah, it was brilliant storytelling to do it in 08. No, the finish sucked in 08, and it would be even worse now because that did not close the show back then. It would be closing the show now. No fucking thanks. That would be awful. But anyway, Mr. Marceau, we'll talk about that awful finish to Cena Orton. Hopefully not, but I am preparing for the worst as well, like you said.